Here's part 2 of chapter 4. I keep getting interrupted on this Sunday afternoon, so I'm just going to take stabs at this as I can. So we were talking about Jeannie. Jeannie lived with people involved at Stanford University for about 10 years. She was able to achieve limited speech, limited concepts of past, present, and future. She learned to walk, she learned to catch balls, she got potty trained, but she never really achieved high-level thinking, certainly not anything in the way of critical thinking, and certainly not sophisticated reading. Jeannie ended up in a series of foster homes for brain-injured adults, and there she remains to this day. It is not clear whether she was able to achieve her full potential or not. It is not clear whether she had a brain injury or whether the horrific socialization she received as a little girl caused the developmental delays that so much have limited her life. Let me tell you a little bit about my son, Kenny. He lived until he was 26 years old. He received a brain injury when he was 8 weeks old. Kenny never learned to talk, walk. He could not use his hands. He could swallow on good days. He had a severe seizure disorder. He could not stand. He could not sit alone. But it was obvious to all of us that Kenny was fully human in all of the ways that we think of humanness ultimately. Kenny's eyes could grab you like a very powerful magnet and lead you to want to give him comfort, food, naughty TV, a bumpy ride down a sidewalk, a bath, quiet time for resting. Kenny had command of many nurses who helped take care of him, and he certainly had command of me. I tell you this story because as you read chapter 4 in an introductory sociology book, you will see definitions of how we become socialized in a way that pertains really only to able-bodied people. Socialization is much more complex than all the things that you see in chapter 4, and I'd like to invite you to think about my son and Jeannie, to understand that being human often involves lots of input on the part of others, but fairly little output on the part of the individual. But that in no way makes them any less human. Thank you.